Hello Aquarius, it's Marina from the Butterfly Effect. This is your reading for June 2020. I have done the all house reading for you as I've done my last couple of readings. I'm quite digging it. I'm probably going to put out a few more like this. So I'm going to take your main message for the month first and foremost, and that is Elizabeth and the Lion. I have read for an Aquarius and you'll know who you are. I've pulled this card at least once for you, maybe twice, so there could be something in this reading for you because it now makes me think of you. So here we go, Elizabeth and the Lion. It is time to become a great leader. These two have come forward as one. They are indivisible and interchangeable, the masculine and the feminine, both divine. Elizabeth and the Lion have made an appearance to you for a good reason. It is your need for energy, for the energy of the magnificent lion, his royalty, dignity, blood-stirring and fearful roar, enormous main power and speed, and ability to luxuriate and accept deference and offerings. It is also your need for the commanding presence of Elizabeth, a queen, a shapeshifter with fairy blood who showed what it means to endure danger after danger, and in the end to take up arms and rally troops to impossible victories. You must now express your authority and prove correct the trust that people have shown in you. When you have a great task to do, it is natural that fear and fearful self-talk will stage a sudden entrance. It is wise to understand that there will be times when you will wonder if you can continue, and there will be times when a simpler, easier, more subservient existence would be better than the striving to truly be sovereign, the leader and educator of others. But you must make a stirring speech, manage a troubled group of people, face a great threat, and somehow manage with meagre resources. You are a leader. You will triumph if you remember the flow of blood that runs through you has courage and staying power. Nothing will make you back down. You will hold out, outwit, and come to victory again and again. There's always a feeling with this card of being very much shaken out of your comfort zone, Aquarius, and having to step up and face something that you've probably been avoiding for some time. You may even, near the beginning of the month, still be in a state of avoidance, but I do see that there are some sweeping changes here which are probably going to be unavoidable. Now, I will say as an Aquarian, we with the North South Node shift beginning of May, I think it was the 5th of May, but there's other astrologers say around about the 20th. You need to go back about 19 years to look at what the shift means for you as an Aquarian rising. I'm talking about here only that. So there is a really good app, and I think it's called oh man, I can't think of it now. Astro Charts. It shows you, it's actually got the dial, so it's got your natal chart on it, but it's got all the transits. It's really, really useful. Anywho, what I'm trying to say is, when the Cancer Capricorn axis for me is really bad. The Leo Aquarius is pretty bad too. When I think back to those 3 years, I mean, I was made redundant, moved house like twice, went through a breakup, had like my first serious depression, got very sick, lost a lot of weight, all of that, and then when I came into this period, this shift, and you need to go back to, it's about October 2001 through to May 2003. And that will give you an idea of what this nodal shift is going to mean for you. And I think it will be very positive, Aquarius, because in that period, that was a real highlight of my life. Those couple of years, I got married, I got pregnant, I was able to give up my job. I had enough to live on for a year. I was doing exactly what I wanted. I had more money than I'd ever had before. I was incredibly content. So if you've had a couple of rough years, probably, you know, 3, maybe even, depends how your chart is, I think you're going to see some relief and very, very big positive changes, hopefully. But it is going to mean you're going to have to step up to the plate a wee bit and move out of your comfort zone, Aquarius. You might have been in hiding for a bit. I think the Aquarians I read for personally, they have been going through some breakups and, you know, are at least issues with their partner. I am kind of seeing out with the old and in with the new here. I do think there's something new coming in for you, Aquarius. You've got 2 aces in this reading, Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands. You've got a lot of lovely cards, basically. And your energy for the month is a combination of the koi fish spirit, which is there is always enough, and the dolphin spirit, this and that, are true. So there's a real feeling of abundance here. With the dolphin spirit, this and that are true. So this is the story. It's like 2 truths coexist at the same time. The story we tell ourselves and the other one as well. So there's a bit of duality in this card. And this is about sort of coming out of the water and, you know, getting back into the sunshine and feeling really positive again. And this card is suggesting that you need to focus on the positives here, because there has been a choice at some point that has led or will lead to some joy and some sorrow, because no relationship is, you know, all good or all bad. But this is very much telling you need to focus on the positives. The place that you're at right now, your past self is still very much present and in the mix, but your new self is coming into being. So you're in that sort of, you know, transition phase from like shaking off the old, but it's still very much with you. I'm seeing that all the way through the reading. So there's like probably a relationship that you're maybe going through now that you're breaking up from, that, or you have broken up from, but it's still lingering. But there is a feeling of coming into the light here. And with the koi fish spirit, this is, you know, there's always enough. So this suggests there's a lot of abundance around you. I mean, I would always say with the dolphin spirit, it can be a little bit promiscuous, especially with the koi spirit here. So, you know, don't go crazy, but, you know, you might you might be coming out of a long dry patch. So yeah, just a word of warning there, because I'm not saying that you're particularly fertile, I have to say. I've got my Empress in reverse, but yeah, just something I want to mention. But the koi spirit is about the fish pond that you're in is too small, and now you need something that bit bigger. It is about being able to generate wealth from within with deliberate intention. So you may be practicing the law of attraction, and it is a case of just continuing to do that whilst you know, wait till your external reality matches your internal, so to speak. Your outer conditions will come to reflect your inner prosperity, if that's something you're able to harness and stay committed to. So, you know, these are fantastic cards. They're not to be, you know, underestimated or brushed aside. You know, really take this on board, because I think this is going to be a very lovely period for you, Aquarius, if you make the moves you're supposed to. So in yourself, the house of self, this is you know, your body, your physical health, your appearance, your attitude. And there's some concern here. I kind of want to give you a little bit of a warning about overindulgence. As I say, with both these cards, it can be quite self-indulgent. They're very watery, but it's not sexual. It can be alcohol. I think this is kind of warning you that if you like lose your shit with someone with intemperance here, you're going to regret it. This is the sort, you might have an absolute blowout. You might go out and, like, you know, randomly sleep with someone and wake up sick as a pig in the middle of the night. You might drink like a fish and have a complete blackout that's going to give you nightmares. So Aquarius, this is a wee bit of a warning, just to look after your body. You know, keep things in moderation, keep yourself balanced. For whatever reason, there feels like there might be you know, this might be your actual breakup, or you might get news about the person that you were dealing with, and it might feel like you're unraveling. And I can see you kind of hitting the bottle here and maybe doing something a little bit stupid, and certainly something that is not good for your health, and it's going to create some sleepless nights worrying about it. So a little bit of warning, because I do think the temperance relates to you and not someone around you, but that might not be the case. It may be the person that you're dealing with who is unraveling, who is behaving irrationally, you know, manipulative, maybe even abusive, drinking heavily, just being out of control, and that's like really creating some angst in your life and keeping you up. So it could go that way as well. In your second house of money and earned income, possession and job, this is heavy. So we are struggling here, at least for the time being, and that's why I want you to hold on to that, waiting on your outer reality, reflecting your inner. But you got to get your inner reality straight first, you know, and that takes some time. So it would suggest that not everything is abundant in the house of Aquarius. It's certainly at the beginning of the month, and there might be some issues or concern over your job, over your income, maybe even over your fertility. You might have a few gynae problems here, to be honest, but it is specifically in the second house about your job and your possessions and your income. There's some instability here, so just protect yourself, and as I say, ride this period out. I feel it's going to be short-lived. In your third house, we have the Seven of Pentacles, and this is communications, and this is siblings, neighbours, your social life's short journeys. So there's a feeling of having to be patient here and waiting for things to kind of pick up in that department. Now, what I will say with what I've got clarifying this, if you've had a really excellent run, a lot of good luck, there is quite a minor warning that could be coming to a bit of a bumpy end. But if not, and I doubt it very much, knowing the Aquarians that I do, this is saying that it's harvest time, that the waiting is over. With the coffin card here, the waiting is over with regards to something, and now we do have the clover, and this is a little bit of luck. I think that was the name of one of your readings just recently as well, Aquarius. 1144. So where you have been patient, maybe you haven't been able to, you know, get out and about. Obviously nobody can. You've not had much of a social life. You haven't seen sisters, brothers, neighbours, that sort of thing. This would suggest that there's going to be a little bit of an uplift there, and that it's harvest time in that respect. So in your fourth house is your house of home, roots, family, and the mother. This looks really lovely. I'm seeing you really just content, spending time with the kids, spending time, you know, in the garden, maybe getting to the park or the beach. The sun is shining. I sort of feel like there's something quite cathartic about this month with the well here. This is about, you know, pulling stuff up from the bottom of the well and cleaning the water, and maybe having a real airing, a real honest conversation, maybe with your with family members, with your own mother, with your children, about where things stand on the home front. But it just seems incredibly content. It might be a lot of things might just seem really easy on the home front just now. Even if you're not out and about, you seem quite content at home, Aquarius. And on your fifth house, this is your house of romance, love affairs, fertility, fun, joy, hobbies. This looks brilliant. I actually think this is a new person coming in for you with the Emperor and the Child card. So the Emperor is, you know, he's the daddy. He encompasses all of the kings. It feels like a real upgrade for you, Aquarius. I mean, if it's not a specific person, it does seem that you are going to be having, again, quite a bit of fun. With the Child card here, it's just feeling like a sort of renewed sense of trust, a feeling of, you know, childlike behavior. It just feels really chill. It feels really chill. But if it is a masculine, and with the Emperor here, this looks incredibly positive indeed. Yeah. And in your sixth house, which can be illness and your routines, your fitness routine, your daily habits, something brand new, time for something brand new, time to get out in the sun, time for something fresh again. Everything just feels really fresh. You will see that this, I think it is possibly the ex or the person you're leaving behind is still lingering here. But this just feels like a breath of fresh air. So you might be switching up, you know, what you do with regards to your daily routines or your daily habits, your diet, your fitness. But your health looks excellent, incredibly positive here. So I'm really not sure what this is with the Temperance being in reverse. It is definitely a bit of a warning if it relates to you, but if it's someone else, because your health looks excellent, it really does. And in your 7th house, so this is your relationship, your marriage, your spouse. So there's some sorrow here. This is where the weight is coming through. It's holding on to a weight, which, coming back to this, the Empress being in reverse. So you know, maybe no longer being a wife, no longer being someone's partner in itself is a bit of a weight. Maybe, you know, something that you're very much have been used to. It's, you know, how you've formed your identity even, so it feels a little bit destabilizing. But there is some weight here with this relationship. Either you or your partner is still holding on or holding back. There's a sort of stubbornness. There's a lot of weight here, but there is sorrow as well. It's very much a cross that is being borne just now. And in your 8th house, this is sex, death, taxes, loans, but this is also your shared resources, shared finances with your partner, and mystery. So there is a wrap up here with a masculine. It does seem like a successful completion with the world. You know, it's not like the death card, which is a lot harder. The world is really nice. It's a successful completion. It is an integration. Now, this is not to say that this is the person you're letting go of. This could very much well be the new person coming into your life. So you might, you know, be planning on, you know, going on some world adventure with them, but it's just really positive with, you know, regardless as to who it actually relates to. The World card is really positive in this area. Now, in your 9th house of travel, philosophy, law, religion, learning, we've got a bit of an issue here. And I don't know if this, I don't think this is you, Aquarius. This is a fire sign. And I do notice your King of Wands, the partner to this one, is also in reverse. I think this might be a bit of a, possibly the other woman card. Let's have a look. Who is the King of, the Queen of Wands in reverse to the Aquarian? Who is the Queen of Wands in reverse to this, the Aquarian I'm reading for? Poverty. And she's come through with the whip. This is an aggressive person. This is somebody that you've had a lot of arguments with. Can be pretty abusive. I mean, the main female. This literally could be you. So in terms of travel, I don't know what that can be. Show me the energy of the Queen of Wands in reverse. This is my Swan in reverse. It's quite a shallow individual. Someone who does not use their mind wisely, who acts irrationally, who doesn't let spirit guide them. Okay, I can't imagine that this is the Aquarian I'm reading for, but there is a female here, and this, with the Queen of Wands being in reverse, it's usually a jealous individual. This is someone you may have had a lot of arguments with. This literally could be the woman who stole your man, or, you know, has taken something from you. I just don't understand why she's in the 9th house, unless it's something to do with travel. So this could be like, you know, if there was a third party and another woman involved, this is someone that maybe your partner met on their travels. Philosophy, law, religion, learning, ethics. Well, it's poor ethics. Possibly. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. I don't think it's you, but for those that it resonates with, you'll know what it means. And in the 10th house, we have got the Judgment card with the tree. This is excellent. This is the house of reputation. It's your career, it's your public image, and it's also the house of the father. So there's a final summing up here on a family matter, basically. This is just making a decision to end all decisions, and it's a public decision, basically. Thoughts, to Judgment with the Tree for Aquarius. And that's us. We're at the courthouse now. An unexpected income. So yeah, it's probably going to end up there at some point, Aquarius. It is something that's, you know, going to be made public. You know, your friends, family are going to find out if you've had a breakup, if it's not something you've been discussing, or is specifically with regards to a man that you've been dealing with, or, you know, your partner or your own father. There is a court case here, and it's a family affair, so to speak. And in your 11th house, this is lovely. This is a house of groups, social awareness, your hopes and dreams, brand new love, upward movement. It might even be that you're going on holiday, or you're getting a new job, or you're relocating, you're immigrating. It's just really, really positive. I would say that I didn't say that there was an issue with fertility here, but actually this is the perfect combination for pregnancy. And I am coming back to this this combination here. It is a little bit promiscuous. You know, there is just a wee part of me thinks somebody could go on a bender, get absolutely trashed, maybe even have sex with a friend with it being in the 11th house, and end up pregnant. And that will keep you up at night. And then you've got the issue of, you know, oh crikey, I'm a baby, what do I do now? So another wee warning there, Aquarius. Just, you know, keep it together, and don't be having random sex, you know, with your friends, you know, regardless as to how much drink you have. But if it's not that, this is just really nice. This is just spending time with friends and family, maybe going on, you know, little mini breaks together, and just feeling the love come back into your life, and it just feels really fresh. And in the 12th house, the 12th house of our subconscious, what is hidden, can be our hidden enemies, it's our karma. There's the Ace of Wands. There's something brand new here, so there's a new spark here. It can be the start of a passionate new affair. It can be a brand new job. There's something that's got you excited here, and it's a male, a female, and the tower. It's not a tarot tower. This is hidden, basically. So if it is a house of karma, a hidden relationship, a sexual hidden relationship, is what is someone's undoing, either yours or the person you've been dealing with. If it's not that, and it is just a case of keeping something hidden, someone is very much hiding a sexual relationship here. With the tower can be about isolation, can be about going somewhere rural, away from everyone to, you know, engage. It can be a public building. It can be a business relationship. So they could be, as a couple, could be connected through work, through the government. Maybe they both work for the council or the government, or a university or a school, or, you know, something like that. Something even political. But there is a connection here, and it's hidden, and this is someone's undoing. Okay, let's just take your advice, Aquarius, for, I'm not going to use my angels and ancestors. Advice for Aquarius for June 2020. Please like and subscribe. Please let me have your comments. I love to read your comments. It makes me feel that, you know, half hour of my time is well spent. Somebody gets something out of it. Aquarius advice for June 2020 for this reading. Aquarius advice June 2020. Yeah. Seven of Cups in reverse, and the Star card, your own card, is in reverse. This is your advice. This is coming back to tempering yourself, Aquarius. Managing your expectations. Seeing through any sort of illusion and fantasy here. Oh gosh, I mean, it's almost like somebody could literally come in and sweep you off your feet. And that would be a mistake. Because the moon is in reverse. So there's some sort of revelation here, Aquarius. This is very much the veil has been lifted in a situation. And if you were in any sense in denial about something, it's going to be really crystal clear, and I'm worried that that's where the unraveling comes in. It could be to do with a financial matter, but it's the 10 of coins in reverse. So this is somebody pilfering money from the house, from your joint accounts. It is the breakup of a relationship, the divorce, probably the person that you're actually married to and living with, and it's going to start a bit of a debacle. But it's all coming out with the sun here, and there's the High Priestess reverse. There's like a mystery, there's something that's been hidden. It's all going to come crashing out, like and probably even in public, and that's going to create, somebody's going to have like a complete meltdown about this. So Aquarius, take it easy, lemon squeezy. Know that there's something coming in. Get yourself in a really good mental space so that nothing can rock you this badly. Prepare, you know, hope for the best and prepare for the worst sort of thing, okay? Look after yourselves. Bye for now.